Litecoin is showing a high pressure near this resistance zone, potentially breaking this. So let's see what's going on with it today. Good morning, traders. Welcome back to the channel, and we are back with Litecoin LTC coin on the daily time frame. Now, straight to the point, as we have been monitoring this coin for the last couple of weeks, we see that this resistance line has been holding this price pretty good, or like decently, and also this 200 EMA has been holding as well. Now we see that this 200 EMA is basically vanishes inside the market price. As you can see, firstly it respected nicely this 200 EMA, here it broke, had a nice fake out on both resistance and also the 200 EMA here. It retested multiple times, but then again another fake out, and currently it's just in a complete mess, as you can see. But nevertheless, we see some kind of triangular formation here as well, which means there is a high potential of seeing a nice breakout to happen, of course leading the price to upper zones. So breakout, nice potential retest here, and then a movement to the higher high zones, meaning this zone here. So let me draw some lines here. So this line would be the first target if we see any kind of bullish movement, meaning a breakout there, this one, and for the last would be somewhere near this zone here. So, but this kind of scenario will activate only if we see a nice breakout here, and then this retest will secure, meaning this would be the point of interest for us. So this zone would be a nice entry point for a potential movement to the upper zones. So position should be opened from here, and potential of course with open target, but stop loss somewhere near here. If we see a nice retest here, if this retest fails, then we will consider this as another fake out, meaning potential fake out like this one. Although this can't be considered as a clean breakout, it was like logically you can see it was a clean fake out. So a nice huge wick here, bullish, and afterwards a nice bearish wick. Although we are aiming here for a potential movement to upper zones, there is a slight chance, of course, of seeing some kind of like sideways movement here still. So this kind of movement and a potential breakdown happening from here, meaning this trend here, which has been tested, let's say once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times basically. If this trend will be broken, then the target would be something like this zone here. So again, where's the horizontal line? And here as well. So if this zone will be broken, meaning we would wait for a retest potential here, and then if this retest will succeed, then the movement should be something like this. So let us draw those lines in red so you can see that they are for a short position here. So with that being said, we have two potential movements here. Of course, our main priority is currently this bullish movement where we are waiting for a nice breakout, completely abandoning this 200 EMA and this resistance line here as well. Of course, seeing this nice retest, and this would be a nice entry point. If this one fails, then we will see again similar movement like this, and we will be back inside this movement here. Once we are back below this line, or we break this trend line, we're going to look for a potential retest here. And here we want to see a securing of the zone by the sellers. And of course, a nice downward movement, meaning opening potential position somewhere near here. And again with stop loss, something like this. So on a daily time frame, it is pretty clear for us, but let's go and take a look on a 4-hour time frame as well. And now what's catching our attention is, of course, again, these nice attempts to break out from this resistance line here. So the last time we had a nice rejection, of course, some kind of fake out basically, but on a 4-hour time frame, we can see that we are nicely below the EMAs, both 100 and 200. And this middle line of Bollinger Bands is basically just hovering with the market price. So if we see a nice movement that we displayed, this one here, the red one, we will be nicely below the EMAs, potentially showing this kind of trend here. So this trend, but here as well, meaning downward movement. And if we see it, then the retest would be a nice confirmation for us. Either retest to this trend here or the retest to this resistance line here. And again, if we see a breakout, so this zone would be first small kind of like resistance for us on a 4-hour time frame, and also this zone here as well. If we succeed to break out from both of those zones, meaning again this kind of movement breaking it and breaking this zone here as well, then there is a high chance of seeing this retest here and a nice securing of this retest, of course. Once we see it, then we are going for a long position, as we already mentioned. So with that being said, ton of like lines and things here, but nevertheless, image is clear. Let's wait for a nice breakout. If not, let's wait for a retest here. So with that being said, this is our technical analysis for today. And as always, trade safe and trade smart. See you in the next session.